A few words on initiative and referendum. One of the strongest weapons available to the citizen of Texas is the right to petition. Whereas the Texas Bill of Rights, Article 1, Section 2, as affirmed by the Supreme Court of the state of Texas, states, and I quote, "All political power is inherent in the people," unquote. And the Supreme Court has stated, again I quote, "The power of initiative and referendum is the exercise by the people of a power reserved to them, and not the exercise of a right granted. The citizens of Texas must have formalized in the Constitution of the state of Texas some kind of an amendment that authorizes I&R for the state of Texas. We don't have it, even though our Texas Constitution guarantees that all political power is inherent in the people. Now we do have it in our local city charter. Our city charter is our city constitution, and that can be amended every 2 years. And initiative and referendum. The legislative power of the city is vested in the city council, but the people of the city reserve unto themselves the powers of initiative and referendum, which shall be exercised in the manner prescribed in this charter. And it describes what you have to do for an initiative or for a referendum. Usually the amount of citizens' signatures needed is about 5%. If you get into the power of recall, trying to recall elected officials, who are looking at 10% of the registered voters in the city for the large people, or in the district if you're trying to recall someone from one of the 5 districts. There are other forms of using the petition. Under the property tax code of Section 11, what is it? 11.13. That enables you to get a homestead exemption in any amount. In order to do that, you have to go out with a petition and get the signature of 20% of those voting in the last election. So if you had 10,000 people vote in the last election here in Corpus Christi, all you would need would be 2,000 signatures. Whereas if you had to go out with a 5%, registered voters usually run somewhere around 80,000, and so that gives you twice as many signatures that you have to get. 80, 90, 100,000, whatever the number happens to be. And it changes daily. And again, it's quite a job when you really get into a petition. You know, we've had petitions, a perfect example is the Coliseum business, where people didn't know what they were doing, unfortunately, and subsequently was stuck without a Coliseum right now, which was a Veterans Memorial. So I just wanted to mention a few words on initiative and referendum. And there's all sorts of background information that you can find out after you read some of the material that I'm presenting to